Hello and welcome to Sit with Hitlist, our award-winning podcast and print series that's completely, totally unscripted. With me is Farhan Akhtar. Farhan, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Always a pleasure talking to you.
You're talking about other stuff to do with filmmaking per se, and not just acting, and even in the ones that you acted. Of course, in Luck by Chance, you were not the writer, or not even the dialogue writer, but in the other films, like say, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, you were the designated dialogue
Yeah,
writer. Even in Dil Dharakne Do, you wrote the dialogue
yeah,
of that film as well. These were all directed by Zoya Akhtar. One of the things that I've always wanted to ask you, Farhan, is both of you, like I think a year apart as siblings, grown up together. Both of you are filmmakers. How different are you as writer directors? I mean, if you were to like somehow like break down that process, how you are different from Zoya in terms of how she approaches film, in terms of how she writes, in terms of how she directs on the set, perhaps also.
I don't think there's any clear answer to this, Mayank. Because we are so alike yet so different. So it's tough to really pick threads from this kind of fabric that we share together. It's not easy. Zoya is, you met her. She's again. I mean, she's incredibly passionate about what she does, and I think she's more open about her feelings. She's more of a people's person, I think, than I am. That I do feel she's better at communicating her thoughts, and I think because she speaks with a lot of clarity when she's communicating her thoughts, people, I feel somehow, they somehow feel a lot more comfortable with her. I tend to keep things more inside, so a lot of people have, I think they end up wondering, they don't know what I'm thinking right now, which can be unnerving sometimes, or it can make an actor feel anxious, or it can make a technician feel anxious, that, I mean, why is he not saying what's going on? I mean, there is that, like, she's a lot more open with her communication. I mean, I do try, but I don't think I'm as good as her. And I think as writers, Rima and her have, they balance each other's strengths and weaknesses out really, really well. So I do feel that in these last 10 years, I mean, her growth from Zindagi to Dil Dhadakne Do to Gully Boy, as a writer and as a director, has been amazing. I mean, she has the ability to, like, find incredible nuance in things, and say things that really mean a lot and matter a lot in very non-dramatic ways, and that's a great ability for a writer to have. For me, I'm inspired by writing. Absolutely loving that the three of us now are collaborating on a script together, on Jee Le Zaraa together. So I just want to get in there and spend some time with them and learn here.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.